Why would millions of people pay a $65 annual fee for the right to shop in a store that looks like this? There are no theatrical window displays, no ambient lighting, and zero retail aesthetics. Conventional business wisdom insists that capturing attention requires endless addition. The standard playbook tells entrepreneurs and executives to offer an ever-expanding menu of features, platforms, and tiers to capture every dollar. Yet this warehouse model ignores that logic entirely. By actively rejecting the pursuit of more, Costco has secured over 81 million paid members who renew their subscriptions at rates above 90%. This level of repeat business is the result of a disciplined practice of operational restraint. By removing the noise of endless choices, the business creates a relationship where the customer no longer feels the need to cross-check every price. This diagram illustrates the stark difference between a standard megamart and a warehouse club. A typical big box retailer crams its aisles with hundreds of thousands of items, including dozens of competing ketchup brands. Costco restricts its warehouses to fewer than 4,000 active items, or SKUs. As this concentrated inventory flows through the system, operational complexity drops. Managing fewer items translates directly into high-volume purchasing power and faster inventory turnover. For the consumer, this limitation acts as a service. It removes decision anxiety. If an item makes it to the pallet, the buyer knows it has already survived a corporate vetting process. You can apply this filter to your own career. Stop overwhelming your clients with a disjointed menu of mediocre services. Limit your offerings to the specific things you execute better than anyone else. Curation serves as evidence of the work already done to screen for quality. Doing less proves to the client that you have already filtered out the noise. That relationship is funded by a deliberate access barrier. Shoppers pay $65 for a standard membership or $130 for the executive tier. In 2025, those entry fees generated over $5.3 billion in revenue. This chart reveals an inversion of retail economics. By securing baseline operating income upfront through membership fees, the business is structurally buffered. It has no mathematical need to extract high profit margins from individual products. Because of that buffer, a hard ceiling rests on product markups. Gross margins are strictly capped around 11%. The savings passed to the customer are a rigid mathematical reality, not a marketing gimmick. This teaches a lesson about the value of leaving money on the table. Prioritizing a transparent, fair exchange over maximum extraction removes the friction from a long-term client relationship. When the relationship is more valuable than the immediate transaction, doing the right thing for the customer becomes the most profitable choice. This restraint also applies to the workforce. Moving massive, bulk inventory efficiently requires experienced hands rather than disposable labor. Traditional retail relies on churning through low-wage workers. Costco rejects that churn, maintaining an average rate of nearly $32 an hour for its U.S. workers. That investment yields a 94% retention rate for employees with at least 1 year of service. Highly experienced staff execute operations with a level of precision that reduces the errors found in typical big box stores. Review your own workflow. Instead of chasing the latest software or cheap outsourced labor, invest in compounding the skills of your existing team. Long-term employee retention acts as the physical machinery that guarantees the customer experience remains predictable. When you align curation, capped margins, and experienced staff, the warehouse operates as a trust engine. The shopper feels safe buying in massive quantities because the system has been stripped of hidden markups. Decades of membership aren't won with marketing. They are maintained through the repetition of a predictable experience. Identify a 30-day restraint challenge for your own professional life. Locate your own 40 types of ketchup. Identify the bottom 20% of draining tasks or mediocre services that create operational bloat and ruthlessly cut them. When you curate your offerings and cap your own short-term greed, you stop trying to be everything to everyone. You begin building the kind of focus that makes a business reliable.